What is up, Church Tech people? This is Michael Sanders from First Baptist Church of Midlothian, Texas, or FBC Midlothian as we like to call it to make ourselves feel cool. A couple weeks ago I made a post about a triple-wide setup that I was working on and doing it in kind of a unique manner. And so today I wanted to show you how it all works. Side note, the initial install of this setup was done by Achieve AV out of Cedar Hill, Texas, and the triple wide upgrade was done by me. So let's go have a look at the gear. The screens are daylight high contrast screens. The center screen is about 17 by 10 and the side screens are about 14 by whatever, something. The projectors are Epson PowerLight Pros. The two outside ones are 8,500 lumens each, and the center one is 11,000 lumens. Each of them with a native resolution of 1280 by 800 or something like that, whatever, 16 by 10, but we of course have them running in a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, giving them a resolution of 1280 by 720. The televisions on the outside are Sharp Aquos 80-inch LED smart TVs. One thing you might notice immediately is that the playback of the motion backgrounds is not silky smooth. This is because the computer we're running it off of is kind of old and doesn't have a very powerful CPU by today's standards. But we are upgrading that. The parts are actually on their way now, so hopefully sometime next week I'll be able to put that one together. Here we have the heart of the system. We are using 3 Blackmagic ATEM television studios. One for the left, one for the center, and one for the right. And down below that is our array of converters and splitters and stuff like that. If you want to know more about all that stuff and how it's all hooked together, please look at the connection diagram in the description. Now each input is being fed by the same 6 sources to the same 6 places, except input 1 on each of the switchers is being fed by different outputs from the video card on the computer. So input 1 of the left switcher is the left portion of the image, and so on. This is a controller made by a company called Scarhoy, installed by Achieve AV, and it allows us to control all 3 switchers with this single controller. On the top row here, you select the switcher that you want to control. We can select left, right, or center. We can also select both of the side screens at the same time. And we can also select all screens at the same time. And then we have our inputs here and our previews here. Now, this is how we run it during worship. We've got our triple wide selected here. But now it's time for the message, and we need to put the iMag onto the side screens from camera 2. So we've got side selected, we've got camera 2 in the preview, and then we blend to it, and there it is. The Scarhoy is Arduino based, which means it is totally programmable. They have it open to users to be able to program, but I'm not that smart, so Scarhoy will actually do programs for you. Also, a little side note, this iPad is how we control our lighting. Each week I go and pre-program the buttons for the different settings, and all the operator has to do is say, oh, it's time for the next song, so boom, and there go the lights. So now we move on to the source of the triple wide image, and gasp, it is a PC, and gasp, we are using EasyWorship. This is EasyWorship version 6 because with EasyWorship 2009, the version of DirectX that it uses is not capable of supporting a triple wide setup with motion backgrounds. It'll work with still backgrounds, but not with video backgrounds. So let's take a look at the configuration here. Now, as you can see, there are 2 video cards installed in this computer. The Geforce GT610 is an old little dinky $40 video card that I'm using to drive this monitor, the Acer, and ViewSonic, which is what it sees our stage display as. Since the stage display is just white text on a black background, it doesn't need a lot of power to drive it. Then we have our more powerful Geforce GTX 650 video card. It has 3 outputs on it, 2 DVI outputs and an HDMI output. So we just convert the DVI outputs to HDMI, and then we can plug them into our television studios. Now with NVIDIA cards, you often have the option to do what they call surround configuration. And what this allows you to do is set up your different outputs as a single display. So we have this video card, the Geforce GTX 650, set to surround mode, which gives us a display with a resolution of 3840 by 720. So it's kind of like having a built-in triple head to go, except it works better. So that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions, and of course check out the connection diagram in the description below. Thanks guys.